Chapter 2. Breaking Apart. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Ryu had started to feel like himself again, thanks to Regime's unwavering support. But as time passed, he noticed that Regime was becoming increasingly distant. She would often cancel their plans at the last minute, claiming that she was busy with other things. Ryu tried to brush it off, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. One day he confronted her about her behavior, and she finally revealed the truth. Regime had been diagnosed with a terminal illness, and her time was running out. Ryu felt like the ground had been pulled out from under him. How could someone so full of life be facing such a cruel fate? He tried to be strong for her, promising to be by her side until the very end. But as the reality of the situation sank in, he found himself crumbling under the weight of his emotions. Regime tried to comfort him, telling him that everything would be okay, but Ryu couldn't bring himself to accept it. He felt like he was losing everything all over again, and he couldn't bear the thought of losing Regime too. As the days went by, Regime's condition worsened, and Ryu spent all his time by her side. They talked about everything and nothing, clinging to each other as they faced the inevitable. One night, Regime took Ryu's hand and looked into his eyes. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice barely above a whisper. "Thank you for being my friend, for always being there for me. Promise me that you'll remember me even when I'm gone." Ryu felt a lump in his throat as he promised her that he would never forget her, that he would cherish their memories together forever. But as the sun rose the next morning, Ryu woke up to find that Regime had passed away in her sleep. He felt like his world had come crashing down around him, and he didn't know how to go on without her. In the weeks and months that followed, Ryu struggled to cope with his grief. Everywhere he looked, he was reminded of Regime, and he felt like he was drowning in a sea of memories. But even in death, Regime's kindness and love continued to guide Ryu, giving him the strength to carry on. And as he looked up at the sky, he knew that somewhere, somehow, she was watching over him, her fading memories etched forever in his heart.